Hello friends, today we'll be starting with an important topic of the electrostat, that is capacitance. Now before starting this particular topic, first we'll discuss what is the behavior of the conductor in electrostatic field. Let's try to find out what is the behavior. So there are certain important points which are very important when we see the behavior of conductor in electrostatic field. First point is net electric field is zero in the interior of the conductor. So here we have placed an conductor inside an external electric field which is represented by E external. On the account of the polarization of the charges, an internal electric field is set up which is represented by EINT. So net electric field is E external minus E internal. After some time, what happens? The magnitude of these two electric fields becomes equal. Hence, net electric field in the interior of the conductor comes out to be equal to 0. Number 2, electric field lines are normal to the surface of the conductor. This we have discussed in electric field lines property also, and again it has come that electric field lines are normal to the surface of the conductor. Number 3, net charge in the interior of the conductor is 0. That is, the charge only reside on the surface of the conductor. Now let's try to verify it with the help of Gauss law. Gauss law states that electric flux is equal to closed integration of E dot ds, that is Q upon epsilon naught. Now since electric field is 0, so we substitute 0 over here. From here electric flux becomes 0. So 0 is equal to Q upon epsilon naught implies that charge is equal to 0. That means charge is only residing on the surface of the conductor. That is a very, very important point. Number 4, potential is constant within and on the surface of the conductor. Now here I am using that relation which I discussed in electrostatic potential, that is E is equal to minus dV by dr. That is potential gradient. So as we all know that electric field is 0 in the interior of the conductor, so 0 becomes equal to minus dV by dr, which clearly implies that potential always remains constant within and on the surface of the conductor. Hence, the surface of the conductor acts as a equipotential surface. Because we very well know the definition of equipotential surface, it is a surface on which the potential remains constant. Fifth property, electric field is 0 in the cavity of the hollow charge conductor. Let's try to understand this point. Now this is a hollow conductor and this is a cavity. So according to this property, the electric field is 0 in the cavity. The positive charge is distributed over the surface of the hollow conductor. There is a cavity. Now inside this cavity the electric field will be 0 and potential will be constant. So these are the 5 most important properties which act as a fundamental to study the behavior of conductor in electrostatic field. Now let's see what is electrical capacitance. Now electrical capacitance is the ability of the conductor to hold charge. Now we should always remember the charge is proportional to potential. On removing this proportionality sign, we get a constant C. So Q is equal to C into V. So from here C becomes equal to Q by V, and mathematically it is defined as the ratio of charge required to increase the potential of the conductor by unit amount. In short, it is the ability of the conductor to hold charge. Now the capacitance depends on, number one, size and the shape of the conductor. Number two, nature of the surrounding medium. Number three, presence of other conductors in the neighborhood. Let's talk about the unit. The unit of this is farad. So 1 farad is equal to, the unit of the charge is coulomb, the unit of potential is volt. So 1 farad is equal to 1 coulomb upon 1 volt. Now here there is a very important point that I would like to discuss, that this 1 farad is a very big unit. In practical applications, we don't use the unit of capacitance as a farad. We generally prefer either millifarad, picofarad and microfarad. Now milli means 10 raised to the power minus 3 farad, pico means 10 raised to the power minus 12 farad, micro means 10 raised to the power minus 6 farad. So after discussing the brief definition and the points on which the capacitance basically depend, we will now discuss capacitance of isolated sphere. Now let us consider an isolated sphere on which a positive charge is distributed. This sphere is having a radii capital R. So if I ask you what is the potential of this sphere, so by the basic formula it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. And by the formula of capacitance it is Q by V. Now we substitute this value of V in this expression and we get the value 4 pi epsilon naught R. That means for an isolated sphere, capacitance is directly proportional to the radii. The more is the radii, the more will be the capacitance. Now let's try to have a physical understanding and the principle of the capacitor. See, we simply define it that it is the ratio of charge to the potential. Now let's try to understand what exactly is the capacitor principle. Now in order to understand it, we take two plates. One has been marked, metal plates, one has been marked A, on which a positive charge is housed. Now when I say housed, it means it is having a positive charge over it. And we bring another plate B, which is initially neutral. So when we bring this plate near to this charge A, then on the account of induction, inner surface gets a negative charge and the outer surface gets a positive charge. Now always remember that the negative charge is going to reduce the potential of A, plate A. Positive charge is going to increase the potential of plate A. And since the negative charge is more closer, so it will dominate its effect. Hence, because of this negative charge, it reduces the potential of A. Since the potential reduces, the charge holding capacity increases. Hence, the capacitance of plate A increases. बेसिक लैंग्वेज में अगर आप समझें, ये प्लेट A है, इस पे पॉजिटिव चार्ज आपने दिया है. ये प्लेट B है जो न्यूट्रल थी, जिसको आप इसके पास लाए हैं. इसको पास लाने पे इस पे अंदर की तरफ नेगेटिव चार्ज आया है, बाहर की तरफ पॉजिटिव चार्ज आया है. नेगेटिव चार्ज ने इसका पोटेंशियल घटाया है, पॉजिटिव चार्ज ने प्लेट ए का पोटेंशियल बढ़ाया है. क्योंकि नेगेटिव चार्ज पास है तो इसका इफेक्ट ज़्यादा डोमिनेट करेगा. पास का मतलब जब डिस्टेंस कम होता है तो पोटेंशियल का इफेक्ट ज़्यादा होता है, बिकॉज V इज इन्वर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू डिस्टेंस. तो ये प्लेट ए के पोटेंशियल को घटाएगा. अगर प्लेट ए के पोटेंशियल घटेगा तो इसकी चार्ज होल्डिंग कैपेसिटी बढ़ेगी. चार्ज होल्डिंग कैपेसिटी बढ़ने का मतलब ये है कि इसका कैपेसिटेंस बढ़ जाएगा. अब इसी के आगे कंटिन्यूएशन में एक केस और लेते हैं कि इसकी आउटर प्लेट को आप अर्थ कर देते हैं. व्हेन यू अर्थ द आउटर प्लेट, then what happens? This positive charge is being drained. Now you are only left with negative charge. अब नेगेटिव चार्ज इसके पोटेंशियल को घटा रहा है, पॉजिटिव चार्ज था वो इसके पोटेंशियल को बढ़ा रहा था. अब पॉजिटिव चार्ज वो आपने अर्थ कर दिया, यानी इसका ओवरऑल पोटेंशियल और घट जाएगा. जब इसका ओवरऑल पोटेंशियल और घट जाएगा यानी कि इसका कैपेसिटेंस बढ़ जाएगा. ठीक है, तो ये सबसे बेसिक प्रिंसिपल है. लैब में अगर आप एक एस्टैब्लिश करना चाहते हैं कैपेसिटेंस का प्रिंसिपल, तो यू कैन डू इट विद द हेल्प ऑफ 2 मेटालिक प्लेट्स. थैंक यू फॉर टुडे.